What's going on, guys? Asian Guy here, very excited to bring you some news to the Japan server of One Piece Treasure Cruise. We have got a V to Sanji. Now, this was leaked by someone on the subreddit of OPTC, who along with this leaked a Big Mom Legend, 6+ Magellan, the 6+ evolutions and 5+ evolutions of Judge and the Germa 66, and he has been proven correct, which means we are likely to be getting a Legend Big Mom at the end of the year. That is very interesting stuff. Now, V2 Sanji has a batch to go with him, of course. It features Pudding, it features Peckers and Barron Tamago, as well as none other than Zeph, who finally gets a rare recruit as opposed to just having a Fortnite unit and story mode unit. So without further ado, let's go check out V2 Sanji. If I do twitch a little bit, it's because I have the Japan-Poland World Cup match on the side here right now, and as it stands, Japan are going to get knocked out, which is pretty tragic because they've done pretty well so far. But V2 Sanji is a Psy, fighter and powerhouse type. His captain ability, now this is going to cause a lot of controversy when it comes to making tier lists and comparing legends and how good they are. He is pure damage, pure and raw damage, and it's beautiful. Boost fighter units attack by 1.75 times. You might not think that's amazing, but then boost the chain multiplier by 4 times. He can go up to, I believe, a 75 times chain multiplier, which is freaking insane with double Sanji. But this requires you to have 6 fighter units on your team, just like V2 Dofi, to get his full boost. Increase rate of matching orbs the lower your HP is. Now, he is not a tanky legend, he has no HP boost, he has none of that kind of stuff, so he is pure and raw utter damage, just like V2 Akainu. So high risk, high reward. His special, deal 150 times character's attack and side damage to one enemy when HP is above a certain level. Boost fighter units attack by 2.25 times when Sanji is captain or friend captain or guest captain. Reduce chain reduction and chain lock debuffs by 10 turns, which is pretty damn awesome. Now, the thing with Sanji is that while he does have a ton of damage, of course, just like V2 Akainu, if you're not able to hit your perfects and you start hitting greats by mistake, or you're just hitting misses, you're going to be punished severely and it's going to cost you big time. If you can hit all your perfects, Zunisha will be coming back, by the way, guys. Zunisha means for the powerhouse units of this fighter, and powerhouse is a very common dual class. Zunisha is coming back to Japan according to Leaker. I would be very surprised if they don't, especially after they just buff Judge and the Germa 66, and of course they've got tons of cerebral units coming out, tons of powerhouse units coming out. So yeah, Zunisha hopefully comes back. Do get it, guys, best ship in the game. But yeah, if you can hit your perfects, he averages out to be around a 4.2, 4.3 times attack boost in captain, which would make it the highest in the game. Very, very impressive stuff in terms of damage. But remember, guys, damage is not the only thing in the game that's important. Unless, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they started changing it where damage becomes more and more important again. But as it stands, it seems like they're going in the meta now of increased damage taken debuff, because all these new units seem to have some sort of way of removing increased damage taken, and you'll see why in a moment. Sorry, I just hit the mic there. But Sanji V2, I think, is a pretty good legend. I would not put him in the top 5 just because he has high damage. He is high risk, high reward. I am not about that kind of life. I prefer safety, speed, and, you know, safety and speed are very, very important. Just having tons of damage is not the way forward in my eyes. But Sanji, good legend nonetheless. Zeph, fighter and powerhouse unit. He really doesn't do much, honestly. His captain ability will boost fighter units attack by 2.5 times and HP by 1.2 times. His special, when the captain is a fighter type, boosts color affinity of fighter types by 1.75 times. Now, I'm not sure if the leaked information was incorrect, but that really does not seem that impressive. That's not much there. Maybe it's for 3 turns, 2 turns. I'm not entirely sure, but that alone as a standalone special really is not that great. His sailor ability reduces Zeph's cooldown by 3 when another unit uses a special, which is very, very good. Boost damage to dex enemies by 1.2 times from Zeph himself. So those are his 2 sailor abilities. Sanji does have sailor abilities as well, but I have forgotten them. One of them is to make, I believe, Psy orbs count as beneficial, or maybe it's in orbs count as beneficial to all fighter units. As one of those. Probably Psy, in my opinion, for Sanji V2 Legend. Peckers. Now, Peckers is actually a fantastic unit. Utility-wise, very, very good fighter. And Powerhouse. Powerhouse are getting a juicy buff with all these units as well. 1.75 times attack to survive, and survive with 1.1 HP if HP is above X amount. That's meant to say 1.75 times attack to fighters, I believe. If not, it might be for everyone. He is a zombie captain, pretty solid nonetheless. I'm hoping that threshold is something like 30%. That would be very, very nice. His special, very good special. Can't one enemy's HP by 20%. That will ignore all barriers and damage negating buffs on the enemy. So it will bypass all defenses, which is amazing. Sorry, I hit the mic again. And completely remove defense up from all enemies. Completely removed. Even if it's 99 plus turns, he will completely remove it, which is amazing. That is a bellissimo. It's actually beautiful. It's very, very good. His Sailor ability will reduce blindness for 5 turns, which is pretty good as well. And he will treat in orbs as beneficial for fighter units as a sailor, which is very, very solid. I'm getting very jittery here because there's only 20 minutes left for Japan to save their World Cup. Now, moving on from Peckers, we also have Pudding. Now, Pudding, shooter and cerebral type. She's a quick shooter cerebral type, and I mean cerebral do not need any more utility. They have enough. They have too much, and you'll see exactly why. Her captain ability boosts all units attacked by 2 times and HP by 1.3 times. If Pudding doesn't attack, reduce damage taken by 20%, just like Legend Bartolomeo. Now, her special, change all orbs to the same orb that she has, including block orbs, I believe. Recover 5000 HP, reduce damage by 80% for 1 turn, reduce 4 turns of increased damage debuff, paralysis, bind, and despair. She does freaking everything. Actually, I'm not sure about the block orb manipulation, but she does change all orbs to the orb she has. That is crazy. 5k HP heal, which is nice. 80% damage reduction, which is nice. Reduces paralysis, bind, and despair for 4 turns. She does everything. She literally does everything. You pair her up with something like Dexter or Hoshi or the Strength, Limited, Rareku Bonnie, covering everything, honestly. It's quite disgusting. Sailor, reduce 5 turns of paralysis on herself. Keep quick orbs with hitting perfects on herself as well. Just like Time Skip, Strength, Chopper. Now, wow. This Pudding is pretty damn awesome. Very, very good unit. Tons of utility in her special. I mean, we're just moving into another power creep stage where units, rare recruits just have five different specials in one. Pretty damn awesome. I'll take it nonetheless. Barron Tamago is a Dex, Fighter, and Free Spirit type. He will boost fighter units attack by 2.75 with a matching orb and 2.5 times without a matching orb. He will deal 75 times damage in Dex damage to one enemy that bypasses all defenses. And when the captain is a fighter, change all orbs, including block orbs, into matching orbs for fighter units. So I feel like he's more designed as a Big Mom sub with that 75 times damage in Dex damage that bypasses all defenses, so it will go through barriers and stuff like that. Change all orbs, including block orbs, into matching orbs for fighter units is actually a pretty good special. However, god damn it, Japan. However, it's really just a bit, it's not wave clear, it's just single target damage and block orb manipulation. It's kind of whatever, it's not that amazing, honestly. So yeah, well, it just means that right now, outside of him, there's not that great orb manipulation for the V2 Sanji team. I'm not sure where this special is actually going to come in that useful. Hopefully there's something better than this, and there probably is, but I just can't think of it off the top of my head. He will, not she, sorry. His Sailor ability, plus 120 attack to fighters if HP is above 50%, and the Sailor will treat Dex orbs as beneficial for fighter characters as well. And last but not least, we have Raid Cracker. Now, Raid Cracker, he actually has pretty nice artwork. He will boost attack of cerebral units by 2.75 times and HP by 1.25 times. Solid for a free-to-play unit. You can pair this up with, for example, 6+ Trafalgar V2 Law, as well as V2 Rayleigh. You can also pair it up with, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Katakuri. Since he's a cerebral powerhouse, yes you can. You can also pair him up with Legend Robin. Reduce Cruise Chain Lock by 5 turns. Makes Dex Orbs beneficial for cerebral characters. Changes all orbs, including block, into Dex Orbs, and cut HP of one enemy by 10%. That ignores barriers and defenses, which is very, very nice as well. Stage 2, his higher level of the special, will treat Dex Orbs as beneficial for all units instead. So basically you're rolling a full board of matching orbs when you use the special, and do a 20% HP cut instead, which is pretty damn nice as well. So those are all the units that have been released. We also do have, I believe, a Colosseum unit called Opera, and I couldn't even remember who that unit was. And it's like, let me see if I can show you a photo. I'm not entirely sure what he does right now, but this is Opera. I mean, you know, it's a Big Mom's son. it's kind of whatever. It's actually a very good utility unit for fighters, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember off the top of my head. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on V2 Sanji. Do you think it was deserved that he got a legend, or do you think he should have got a 6+ instead? Let me know in the comment section down below. I will be replying as always. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye. And if you're wondering where Jojo is, she is currently sleeping on the side right there. So say bye-bye, Jojo. Bye-bye. Thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.